Oh, good morning. Good morning. I'm running a bit late this morning. I think I fell out of bed. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry, running a bit late this morning. I fell out of bed. So, right. Oh, get that out of the way. Not the telly. Let's have a little burn. Get into the groove. And I've got a bit of music on in the background for a change, which is nice. So anyway, yeah, I've fallen out of bed. Just about managed to grab my coffee as I come through. But anyway, I hope you've had a really good week. I know everyone's in lockdown, but it doesn't mean you don't have a productive week, does it? It just means that we're indoors. But yeah, I hope you've had a good week. And I'm trying to think what we said last week, but I know that on Sunday, when we were doing bits and pieces, it was all about focusing on the you and letting go of things that you don't want and in your life, and keeping hold of having a really good think about how what you actually want for your future, what's going to be in it, what it's going to look like, things that you want to let go of. That was all around the new moon in Scorpio. Yeah, so Scorpio representing Pluto and transition. So, yeah, so the end of one thing and the beginning of another. So, the end of a chapter in your life, the beginning of a new chapter in your life. That's what the new moon this month represents. So, I'm just having a look on my book to see what else I've got written down there. That was on the 15th. What are we today then? Oh, the 21st today, aren't we? Yeah, 21st. I don't think there's anything else going on. Yeah, I mean, focusing on your health, I mean, that sounds really obscure because everybody's trying to protect their health at the moment. But um, Karen, the planet Karen, represents health and well-being, funny enough. So focusing on your health specifically, in is what represents you in your body, doesn't it? So you have to do more output than you do input. That's the key. So the more exercise you're doing, uh, the better. But you don't. It has to be less than the amount that you're putting into your body. Where did I get that from? I got that from a soldier. A soldier told me that. Told me a lot of things actually. So let's see, what else have we got on here? Yeah, healing. Lots of healing going on. Yeah. When you're in like the thick of things, it's very difficult to focus on. You just see it as the whole, don't you? You see it as the whole problem all at you. But the key is really to pick away at it and just focus on one small element of it and just start ironing out the creases there, you know? And then you'll find that it has like a domino effect. So you can then go, oh, now I don't need to deal with that bit. Now I can deal with that. So breaking it down, just find one thing, just think this week or one day, this one day, I'm just going to focus on this one little niggle that I've got in my head. Um, yeah, to work on it really. And then pop it in the envelope in your head and throw it away, move it on, move on to the next thing. 2 days. Hang on, I'm just reading, just reading. It's been a really, don't you think? I think it's been really intense. Like this week, I thought I was on the crazy train this week at work. It was so intense. I thought, is this ever going to end? But then you have to remind yourself that all feelings are temporary. They don't last. They only last when you hold them in your existence. You do have the opportunity to let them go. but you might feel that you want to keep pulling them back to the here and the now, and have that affect how you feel. So you have to kind of let things go as much as possible. Give yourself a break. You know what? The easy path, what do they say? The path of least resistance is what they want you to have in life. They want you to have an easy path, an easy life. They don't want it to be difficult. So take the easy path if you can. Right, I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else on there that I need to, only because I pick up on it on Sundays as well. So yeah, I said about taking some evening walks, didn't I? Take some evening walks rather than daytime walks. It's a completely different vibe. Just bring that new energy to you. Obviously, don't go walking out on your own thing. So, let's get this turned on. Crack on. I don't know about you, but I've got so this is Coffee with Coffee, week 13. And where we're going to start with our animal spirit. I wonder what the animal will be. What do you want it to be? What would I like? Oh, I just want the bear all the time, but what would I like it to be other than the bear? Serpent, maybe. Let's see, what have we got? Tables moving. Now we're all leading up to Christmas, aren't we? The key is not to panic. All right, it's only a day, possibly two. Don't panic. I'm always surprised that, when you buy all these bits and bobs and then you go, oh, I've got plenty of time. And then you're panicking because you haven't wrapped them all. I did try one year wrapping them in advance, and then I'd forget. Oh, then I'd forget. Oh, we love this. And then I forget what's in them. And I have to unwrap them to find out. We have got. Oh, I'm liking this. I'll tell you why I like this. Because we all know that this is turtles. Turtles are ruled by the moon. They come out, don't they, in certain moon phases onto the beach to their babies, they hatch their babies' eggs, and oh yeah. So the turtle, I like it. I like the orange that's on there. I like those colours. Yeah, interesting. So let's get to it. About our beautiful little turtle that's turned up. And the turtle being a water. So finally, we've changed from air energy, because remember, we've had all that air energy going on, water energy. So it's got an emotion running through it. Okay. Water energy. Oh, about time. Cheers to that. Well, I kept thinking, this air energy, are we ever going to come down from it? So let's have a look. See the turtle. Here we go. Here we go, you beautiful people. Oh, ancient soul, grounded, trusting, at home. This is weird. At home in the self. It is wonderful to be in the presence of a turtle personality. Like the beaver, the turtle has a strong relationship with the earth and water element simultaneously. This helps to ground and connect them to the deeper truths of life. No matter where their travels lead them, the turtle energy is behind all great writers and storytellers as they collect life experiences under their shells for later use. Oh, interesting. Okay. The most potent turtle energy helps us to close all the other books and begin to tell our own true tale. Love that. Starting again. Start with what you know. Um, so when in balance, peaceful, adventurous, and productive. And I've got to say, I feel pretty productive today because I've got quite a list to get through. But I was planning it like 3 days ago, thinking, well, I'll do this, then I'll do that, then I'll do that. So I've got a theme running through today. Um, when out of balance, slows down to a halt. Oh, so you can feel like you're in a, I can't go any further. And then to bring into balance is an adventure. Oh, I love that. Look, that is beautiful. Lovely. We love the turtle. Water energy. I'm sure there's going to be more of that coming out in a minute. Yeah, so the storytelling, keeping things. So that's the other thing, isn't it? Things that we keep in the shadows, which is what I did with all this kind of when I do the tarot reading. That was all in the shadows of me before. And I brought that to the surface. And I think sometimes it's about having that confidence to be who you really are and not who everybody wants you to be. It's a lot, doesn't it? The expectation is, from other people to be a certain way. And it's funny because when you try to change who you are, when you try to change who you are, then it's always met with a bit of resistance because people don't understand. They think, well, hang on, I'm used to you being this certain way. I'm not used to you being like this or changing the way you do these things. I don't understand. But as I tell you, you must, especially your friends, you must take them on the journey with you. These are this is your life, yours to sculpt how you want your life to be. We all have choices and we all put our own obstacles in the way. Remember, it's not always other people, it's us. So if we're allowing other people to have a play in our lives and dictate how our lives or how they want us to be, that's down to us, not down to them, because we've allowed it. Take control of your own life and make good decisions if you can, where you can. That's the best thing. Anyway, there's me, soapbox central here today. I didn't realise it was going to be so forthright. Don't take any nonsense. Oh gosh, right. So we've got our turtle. And then I think it is the. I really ought to write this down at some point. Yeah, I mean, when you go through different phases of your life, different ages, different phases, I was just trying to think back, you can't, when you're younger, definitely, you cannot see everything that's in front of you. No, without a shadow of a doubt. You do not have the ability to see 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. So in order to develop yourself, that's exactly what you have to do. Just pick an area of your life and work on it and get to the best of it, the best that you can be in that particular area, and then work on another area and then another area. So I think, me personally, my overall, I'm got a 5 in front of my number, but overall, by the time I've got to this age, I have worked on pretty much. I'm pretty peaceful in myself. It's not normally. I don't feel like I've got a problem with me per se. It's normally when people impact on my feelings. That tends to be what normally occurs. And yeah, other than that, I'm pretty happy. And I feel like I've worked on every area bar one aspect, and that is my health. And so that is what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, working on my health. And I'll have to stay on this journey now, until it's all sorted. What we got there? We've got 2 there. Okay. I wouldn't normally, but I'm going to take it because it's so green. And we've got this massive green going on here. And I'm going to take this one as well, which is also green. So I feel that we're going to have keep those 2 today. So we've got choose wisely. Yeah, choose wisely. If you're ever upset, that is not the time to make a decision. No good ever comes to making a decision from being in a bad place. You must get yourself in a good place first mentally, and then make a decision, and then you'll make the best decision. I don't know why it's all about decision making. And then spiritual strength. So yeah, well, that's obviously a Buddhist monk of some sort, isn't it? There, the green one and the small. Yeah. Well, how do we, when we need our spiritual strength, that's when we just take some time to listen to who we really are, listen to our soul, listen to, the quietness. I think it's sometimes when you go quiet it's really difficult to explain. Is it you go quiet without letting all the outside influences impact you? When you're just in your quiet self, that's when you can hear your own mind. And you can hear the thoughts that are running through your head. Like my thoughts now are, right, get the card out, then we'll do this, and then we'll do that. None of that has to exist. You have to get to that real peaceful, quiet time in your head. And sometimes it's first thing in the morning before the world starts flooding in. Sometimes it's last thing at night. Sometimes it's just being in a room. It takes a long time. And the only way to get to that space really is to learn meditation. Because all meditation is letting everything go. Letting everything go. And then you get to experience letting everything go in your mind, and then you get and not holding thoughts, and then you get to experience that true self, your soul. You get to experience different things. So meditation, so spiritual strength, calling on yourself, storytelling, we were saying. So whatever's under that shell is going to have coming out of your shell. Let's see. Make your choose wisely. Yeah. And people obviously always want to help, don't they? The key is to listen to everybody, but then make your own mind reasonably. I don't know why I'm just going on about making choices and stuff, but anyway. What's our next card? Keys? Oh, yes. Yeah, oh no, that's the one we changed it up to. Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. Playing with them. That's it. I've got the others ready now. Okay. So, Vision Quest. Yeah, sorry, I'm just taking a little bit of time, a little bit of thought, I think, into where we're going with this, So we've got our inner strength, we've got choosing wisely, and we've got these things that are being kept in our shell, this storytelling, and that the turtle's a lovely person to be with. That's too many. We've already gone crazy there, haven't we, by having 3 cards out and not 2. Oh, no, there's still too many. Stop it. Stop it. I'm not doing this. Playing your game. There. Let's do that. Here we go. So see what's going to come out. Oh, the shaman. There, the shaman. Somebody asked me about a shaman the other day. Well, I mean, the shaman, that's, if that it does represent your your inner self, doesn't it? Let's just look at where's it, that one. The shaman. Um, I don't know if I'll be able to read these. These books they create, they're so small. You have to have the eyes of a child to read them. Let's have a look. See. Put it into perspective. Where are you? Oh, these are major ones. Right, okay. Here we go. We want number 5. Let's see if I can get. Go horribly wrong, if I can't read it. Number 6, the shaman. Put it in the light. Wisdom. Okay. Transcends. Transcendence. Intuition. Deep knowledge. Underlying forces. Yeah, so the reoccurring cycles. Closed thought. Supernatural. Otherworldly. Just otherworldly. Extreme. Can't read that. Right, the shaman inside you is capable of emerging his intuitive perceptiveness with the wisdom of the elders. So this is what we were talking about, wasn't it? Going inside yourself and listening to, well, not everyone believes. I know, I get that, but I believe I've got guardians and angels and people that have passed that take care of me, definitely 100%. So, but if you're in that quiet space, maybe you can listen to your guides and your guardian angels. It just seems like we're needing that little bit of support at the moment, isn't it? That inner support to help us grow. Because if you remember, we always say, we don't normally have this one, but we always say the top row is about our self-development. So yeah, just give that a bit of thought. Definitely see all that green coming through. Now let's get on with the replacement for these ones. We don't use them anymore because we don't like them. We banned them, didn't we? We got rid. So we've got those cards. I've got my replacement cards now. And then it's these. Those ones. Yeah. Okay. So we're just going to do these ones now. Let's have a look. How to control these cards today. Wonder if they're going to be like it all day. Okay, we'll take that. You won't believe this. It's on the same thing. Thought. We've got the word thought. Thought. Yeah. So giving ourselves all that thinking time, listening. Sometimes like it's very easy to fill the void, isn't it? When you're in a room and you think, oh, it's all quiet, better not say anything. I'm not better not say, but it's better say something because everybody's so quiet. Actually, that's the really good space, the thought, when nobody has to say anything. Nobody has to say anything. You can be in your own thoughts. You don't have to make noise. Loving it. Loving these cards today. Too many again. Too many, yeah. Be in your own thoughts, your own. Oh, yeah, just take that. Do you know what? Should we just take a moment? You see, when I get in my own thoughts, I instantly get happy in here. So I get this like as soon as I go into a quiet, I literally it goes down here and it stays right here in sort of like my like your your solar plexus is a bit low, but here, right here at the top of my tongue. Yeah. And I feel that happiness sort of like filling me up, like a little glow inside. That's what I do when I go into my own little thoughts. Like I'm freewheeling on a bicycle. That's what it feels like. Yeah. Which lovely card are we going to get now? Rabia. I'll just show you the picture. That's her there. And she is Queen of Saintly Woman. I am in service of divine love. I move the way love asks me to move. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah, so isn't that interesting? Because when you're in love with somebody, well, I don't know. I feel like most of the time when people are in love with each other, it's like pots and pans in a kitchen, crash, bang, wallop. You just, again, quieten. We've really just got to get to this quiet space. If you quieten, you can hear what's required of you in love, can't you? It's all about listening, honestly. That's what this is about today. Taking some time to yourself. Reevaluation, which is what the new moon on the 15th, that's reevaluating who you are, who you want to represent, how you want to represent yourself, sorry. And putting all your ducks in a row, really. But they should all come from they don't have to come from a very hard place. They have to come from a soft place because it's it's you. It has to come from your inner self, push outwards. Transcending. That's what this shaman was saying. Transcending. I do love this wolf. Look at this wolf. We got a lot of people starting to buy these sort of husky dogs, and they're just so beautiful. So beautiful. Right, so here we are. We're nearly. Oh. I'm going to keep that aside. I'm going to keep going. Not sure if that's the right one that we want to end this on. No, that if I remember rightly, there you go. What's this one? Oh, no, it must be this one. All right, okay. All right, we'll go with that one. I think that's a private message, to be honest. I think that's a message for me, that one. So anyway, we'll go for the peace lily, which is the lilies in the pots. The thing is about lilies. Normally we have cut lilies. People have cut lilies. They're beautiful. There's stargazer lilies. They're beautiful, aren't they? Put them in a big vase. If you put a pot plant in your house, it stays there, doesn't it? And what it does is it absorbs energy. It absorbs the energy that you put out in the room. It doesn't make any demands of you, does it? Other than to water me occasionally. So I think I've got my book here. Just bear with me as I lean over. I think, if I remember rightly, sorry that I'm referring to. Oh, there's that snake. The snake we want, the lily. If I remember rightly. Okay. I'll put the book up here because I can see the meaning. Right. Oh, okay. So the meaning is you are properly situated spiritually. You can depend on your higher power, isn't it? Can you believe this? Higher power, and it is time to put your trust there and oh my God, and to meditate or pray, if you like to pray, or to meditate. That's what it says. So the idea is that if you're going through a difficult time, meditation is the one, a trial of life, or your knowledge of the afterlife is your reward to getting through it, basically. The lilies remind you to balance the spiritual and material. There we go. You are in a good spiritual position now, but the importance of that must not be allowed to overpower your everyday life. Okay, so that's fine. Yeah, right. So it is all about this spirituality, that spiritual strength, but it doesn't have to overpower your everyday life. Absolutely, 100. This doesn't over. This isn't my everyday life. Gosh, there's hundreds of other things that you have to achieve in a day, isn't there? This is my pleasure, my leisure. I love doing this. So yeah, but I still go back to the lilies kind of do represent afterlife, it says here. But your reward for completing these trials, there's a reward for it, but you've got to rely on your inner strength, your higher self to get there. Gosh, it's a big one for the journey. It's quite deep today, isn't it? I didn't realise that. Like when I get up on a Saturday morning or fall out of my bed, as we well know, I never know what's going to come out of these cards. And I was feeling really productive. I didn't realise that I still needed to take some time out, I think, to listen to my inner thoughts, because it is about keeping this sort of stuff in your daily life in balance. Absolutely. Some of it does translate into your daily life, and some of it, you think, oh no, I'll just leave it there. Not everybody can connect with it. So, but I can connect, and you should be able to connect with your inner self, and taking that time, that quiet time, so that you can come out of your shell, is because it's like building strength, isn't it? If you had a totem pole, they are like the pillar of strength, aren't they? And they're all protected. Totem poles are all protected, aren't they? If I remember rightly, with all these different spiritual figures. And you are the totem pole in your life. That's the thing. So you have to protect yourself. You have to know yourself, and you have to be yourself. Yeah. Protect yourself. Take care of yourself. We're talking about Kara and the planet, healing, lots and lots of healing. But you can't just heal the whole thing. If you're not happy with everything, you can't do it all at once. It's impossible. All you will do is clutter up your path, make the task bigger than it actually is. So yeah, so lots of quiet time. What do you think about that? Right, my lovelies. I think that's it for this week. This has come out of the blue to me today, definitely. Wasn't expecting this. Yeah, got to trust, deep thought. Let me read her again because she's I move the way love asks me to move. I am the service of divine love, the queen of saintly women. All us women, we're all saints, aren't we? We were born saints. Every woman on the planet is a born saint. Love it. Turtle. I think that's it. Thank you very much for popping by again. I hope you've enjoyed that. Um, yeah, I'm going to go off and write in my journal now. And I think I'm going to set a little bit of time aside for myself tonight, light a candle, and just sit in a quiet space for, I think, 15 minutes. It's quite hard, and not try not to have any thoughts. Takes real practice, but 15 minutes of letting go of everything that you're holding on to. And then you can, you know what, if you let go everything you hold on to and you create an image in your mind of being in, say, a sweet shop, and these are all your sweets, everything in your life is your sweets, and that you walk into the sweet shop and you stand in front of this beautiful counter full of all these things in your life, you know, good, bad, exciting, and then you pick. And I go, I'm going to have that one, and I'm going to have that one, and I will be back, but I'm going to just take those, and I'm going to walk out the door with those ones. Yeah, that's where your meditation needs to get to, really. Or you can create your own kind of things, you know, own kind of imagery, but I'm quite imaginative. Anyway, my lovelies, it is always a pleasure, because I do know that I can't say your names because I want to protect you, but across the pond, um well, they won't know who you are, will they? Emma and maybe Lucy. I don't know if Lucy's on this week. Uh, but yeah, across the pond, thank you for always dropping in every Saturday. I really appreciate that. I think you're absolutely adorable. And I hope you have a wonderful week. And yeah, crack open your journals, girls. Start writing some plans for this week and see how you get on. And this other person here, I don't know who that is, but feel free to tell us, because we'd really love that. So nice to see you, and hopefully see you next week. Take care. Bye.